August 12, 1886. A narrow mountain pass between Fort Huachuca and Tombstone, Arizona Territory. 3 grimly determined men struggled with 2 strange objects to a high point overlooking the pass.
They ain't even gonna have a chance to scatter.
Yeah, you act like you can't wait to use it.
Stand back. Stand back.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die.
Tombstone Territory.
Early morning, August 12. The men carefully concealed their Gatling gun, the most vicious weapon of the times. 10 revolving barrels to spout death and destruction, capable of wiping out a whole detachment of men.
All right. Cold camp, no fires, and stay under cover till I get back.
When'll that be?
I don't know. I'll get more cartridges for the gun and find out when the Army's going to pick up that payroll money.
How sure are you that the Army will be traveling fast here?
They always use that road.
Yeah. I'll be back.
Toby. You know, you might get into trouble riding around with that hot temper of yours. Maybe you ought to take me with you, huh?
Maybe you ought to get off my back, Quince.
Sam Colby rode into Tombstone, intent on information concerning the Army payroll. When he saw me entering the epitaph, he decided to seek other information. Colby. Hello, Sam.
Hello, Clyburn. Been a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah, a long time. You haven't changed much, Sam, being out of things for 5 years.
Well, I counted them. Kansas State Prison, but I've learned my lesson. I'll never try robbing a bank again. Clyburn, what happened to Sarah Medford?
Well, you didn't come all this way to ask me that, did you,
I
Sam?
didn't even know you were in this town.
You can't do yourself or Tombstone any good. Why don't you move on, Sam?
Well, the last time you said those words to me, we were in Belle Plaine, Kansas. You were running another crummy newspaper there, and you said I was no good for the town.
Or for her. I've got nothing against you, Sam. You've paid your price to society. If you need any money...
I don't want your money. I want to know where Sarah Medford is. You were her friend. She'd have written to you.
Forget her. You're not even sure if she's alive.
I've never been sure of anything in my life, except that someday I'm going to find her. Now, where is she?
I wouldn't tell you if I knew.
Now, baby, you... Maybe she's in Tombstone already. Is that it? Huh? All right, what's going on?
It's all right, Clay.
All right. What's your name? Colby. Sam Colby.
There are no charges, Clay. I'm not signing any complaint.
Oh, I suppose you two were just breaking up the place for exercise.
I'd consider it a favor if you wouldn't do anything about this, Clay. It's my problem.
You heard what the man said? It's his problem.
He said feed his horse, but don't take the saddle off.
Did he say where he came from?
No. Made a trip to the gun shop and back, then took off again.
A gun shop, huh? $45.70.
What would he be doing with them?
Well, I don't know. The only thing they fit's the old single-shot carbine. Must have 300 rounds. Taking a long time to shoot those up one at a time.
You got enough deputies lined up. Stop any trouble. Stop worrying.
I'll stop worrying when the Army picks up that shipment of theirs.
Yeah. $50,000.
You just keep that badge of yours under your vest. I don't want anybody to know this town's planted.
Drown the memory of a bad breakfast. Who'd you say you were looking for, a man or woman?
Woman. I figure she may be in this town working as a seamstress.
What's her name?
Medford. Sarah Medford. She's real pretty. Dark black hair and beautiful brown eyes. When she talks, it's kind of like music.
They all sound like music, mister. A seamstress with black hair.
Yeah.
I know one.
Yeah?
Seems she is called Sarah.
Well, where is she?
You came a long way for nothing, maybe. This one's about to be married. Yeah, picked herself an Army fella down at the fort.
Where she live?
I think it's a greenhouse at the end of First Street.
Yeah, thanks.
But I can't just leave. What would Paul think? Where would I go?
There's a night coach leaving for Bisbee. Paul isn't due back here for 3 days. You told me yourself he's on special duty at the fort all this week. I'm sticking in my 2 cents, Sarah, because I don't want to see you have to face this town if Sam Colby brings out the past. Don't stay here and pay for it twice.
All right, Harris.
Good. You can stay with my sister Ann. Return here on Sunday. Colby should be gone by then.
Harris, how is he? How does he look?
What?
Oh, I'm not in love with him anymore. I don't have to prove that to you. Paul and I are going to start a new life together, and I wouldn't change that for anything in the world.
Hello, Sarah. Clyburn, you always lie to visitors when they come to town. Get out.
Leave her alone, Sam.
It's all right, Harris. It's all right.
All right, Sarah.
Well, you better have a drink on this. After 5 years, looks like I got here just in time.
Our time ran out a long time ago, Sam.
I heard you were about to get married. Well, that's no problem. No man ever gets anything without taking it from another.
That's what you thought when you asked me to marry you. That we'd start out on money you robbed from a bank.
Only one mistake, and you run out on me.
Why did it have to be that one?
Why didn't you wait for me?
For you to get out of jail? And promise me again you'd take a job and stop being wild?
Oh, honey, you used to love me for being wild.
So we'll move on. And you'll start over once more. We'll find a new life somewhere further out west. Is that it?
We'll make it this time. They'll just leave us alone. Talk about luck. You come into town for one thing and you find another.
If you didn't know I was here, what are you doing in Tombstone?
One fancy big payroll, that's all I need. And from then on, it's a straight and narrow for you and me. Well, think of it, $50,000. That'll buy you a lot of pearl button shoes from St. Louis. That'll give you a big red dress with 1,000,000 yards of lace on it.
Another robbery? Is that what you're offering me, Sam? Face it, you're no good. You're no good.
Colby said to keep it covered.
Why don't you stop telling me what Colby said? Yeah, they won't even know what hit him. Let's keep him, Colby.
You're getting real itchy, ain't you, Quince?
I don't trust him. How come he knew about that Army payroll being in Tombstone? Yet he didn't know when they were picking it up.
Well, how much information do you want him to have? It was lucky that when he broke into that stage office last week that he saw the manifest. If he hadn't, he wouldn't even have known that they were shipping the money. Where are you going?
Go down to Tombstone, get myself a drink.
He ain't gonna like it.
I hope he tries to tell me that.
Late morning, August 12, 1886.
Oh, Harris.
Well, it seems to be going smoothly enough. You worry too much about these payroll transfers.
Maybe. What do you know about Colby over there?
Well, what do you mean? What do I know?
Paul! Oh, Harris. It's all yours, Lieutenant.
Thank you, Clay.
My pleasure. I'll just bill the Army for my 3 extra deputies.
Fair enough. Prepare to mount.
So you're the one drew the assignment this time. Didn't expect you in for another 3 days.
This is official business and a quick trip. Tell Sarah I'll see her Sunday, huh?
Be glad to.
Paul. You aren't leaving.
I'm afraid so, darling. There really wasn't time to come by. What's the matter?
Nothing. I just want you to hold me for a moment.
Something wrong?
No, I'm just glad to see you. Why are you in town anyway?
Quick assignment. $50,000 payroll for the fort. Now I've got to go. See you Sunday.
Wagon hold! Single escort, flanking away!
15,000. Paul, wait! Don't go! You can't go!
All right, Harris. What do you know about Colby?
Well, I knew him and Sarah back in Belle Plaine, Kansas.
Yeah?
Everybody thought they'd be married. Then Colby robbed a bank. Some thought she harbored him. He got caught and sent to prison. Anyway, she got a bad name.
Well, for a newspaper man, you're kind of close with your information.
Well, when I came to Tombstone, she followed me. Her folks were dead. She had no other family. Guess I was her only friend. Then she met Paul Crane.
Well, why all the secrecy?
Whatever mistakes she made back in Belle Plaine lie buried. That's why I didn't want anything to come out in the open here.
I don't know.
Sam. I'll go away with you, Sam. I'll go away with you tonight. There's only one thing I'm asking. Don't rob that payroll.
You mean you want me even without money?
This time you don't have to do anything. No robberies.
You really do love him, don't you, Sarah? You'd do anything to save his life.
I'll never leave you, Sam. If only you'll do as I ask.
All right. Go home and pack. I'll pick you up tonight.
Is everything all right?
Everything is just fine. Yes, sir, just fine.
Anything you want to tell me?
No.
Hey, Amos, saddle up Mormon for me, will you?
You bet.
Well, he's leaving town. That's good.
Yeah? With a saddlebag full of 45-70s?
Afternoon, August 12. The payroll wagon under heavy guard left Tombstone on a roundabout road to Fort Huachuca. Quince rode hard to bypass the payroll wagon and set up the ambush with a deadly Gatling gun.
About time you were getting back. Where's Colby?
He'll be here. If you don't, all the better.
After his conversation with Sarah Medford, there was a strange determination about Sam Colby's ride.
Detail, halt!
Deliberation marked each mile of Lieutenant Crane's journey. Scouts were sent in ahead through every ravine as a precaution.
Forward! Ho!
How far off are they?
Oh, about a half a mile, maybe. Come on, let's get those clips.
Clay Hollister, puzzled by Colby's actions, trailed the ex-convict. His suspicions grew as he observed that Colby and another rider were paralleling the route taken by the military detachment.
where are the cartridges, Colby?
The deal's off.
What?
The Army's not taking the money through this way. They took it to Fort Huachuca by stage. Can topple that thing into the canyon for all the good it's gonna do us. Sorry, boys. Looks like we just run out of luck. Maybe we'll get together on something sometime, huh?
Will we, Colby? Who are you trying to double-cross? I seen him pick up that money, Colby. I seen him! Colby, I was in Tombstone.
I wouldn't use it, Quince.
Oh, I'm gonna chop you up real good, Colby.
You shoot that gun, you won't have a chance. They're not so far away that they won't hear it.
He's right. Let him go, let him go. He won't get 100 yards. Here, let's get this gun around.
Clay suddenly came upon Colby, who had made it to the bottom of the pass with Quince's knife in his back.
Army payroll. Gatling gun up there. Tell Sarah I did.
There they come. Another 50 yards.
Take cover!
Who's shooting at him? Spreading out. Get around.
It's the money we're after.
Gatling gun?
Army will be glad to get it back.
Bill, Jenkins, bring that gun down here. Never would have made it if you hadn't fired those warning shots.
First time I ever drew down on the U.S. Army. Gun shoots a little high.
How'd you know about that?
I didn't know about it. I followed a hunch. And a man.
It's a good thing you did. I'll check with you Sunday. I'm coming in to see Sarah.
She'll be glad to see you.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be, 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a man. free. Whistle me back where I wanna be. Whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory.